offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw now on 1st down. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Let's go.
Here's a give to Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
To Fournette. Fournette, 1st down, still going. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Well, without a doubt, all credit's got to go to the runner. Found his way into the end zone, but the defensive guys just not wrapping up well when they try to tackle him.
And that's the thing. You've got to wrap up. A lot of times these days you see guys, they just want to go as hard as they can and throw their body at somebody. That's not old school football, though.
No, old school football is fundamentals. Wrapping up, locking your hands, and trying to get him on the ground.
Lambo on for the extra point. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready. And
I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground. It's a Stewart on 1st. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Now Doug Marrone, with the play clock almost out, says let's take a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this one is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Leonard Fournette. Oh, good move. Open space inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Calais Campbell in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. That's a 6'8", 300-pound man out of the U, Mr. Campbell.
Yes, and he came from Arizona to Jacksonville and didn't just bring that frame with him. He brought 14 and a half sacks as well and created a new city within their city, now known as Saxonville.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And he's found the end zone. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. A reminder coming up at the half, we hook up with a new guy, Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis, and more importantly this year, scores and stats from around the league here in week 1. So do not press that skip button. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Gets it to Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now.
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taking what the defense will give him.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now Manning again. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And the Jags grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, When there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
And our attention turns now to T.J. Yeldon. We're in the second quarter.